Bryce with the
Going to be
nice
pushing towards site. Looks like we're about to get an interaction here. CT gets smoked off. Going for the challenge. They find the pick and gets the trade. Looking to take site here too. Who's number 2? Oh, match grade. Pushing towards site. Looking at that smoke, but it's not going to see anything because Marlboro is going to be wrapping around here, hopefully catching match grade off guard. Match grade still holding that smoke. Smoke fades. He knows he's not there. He's going to be changing his direction. It looks like we're going to get an interaction here in a second.
And boom!
Marlboro with 2 kills, wrapping up the round, making it 2-1. Finding that the plant as well. That plant money is going to come in handy. Goose buying an AK and armor.
Looks like the CT's got the money. I still got money.
Forcing out a little bit here, using a UMP. Bit of an odd pick, but
looks like there's going to be some heavy fire here right at the beginning, and Dylan gets the kill.
Goose finds 1. Can't find the second. Match grade. Setting up for the push. Match
Kind of good.
Looking heaven. Looking for a kill. Does not find it. Goose. Wrapping up the round, making it 2-2. Plant goes down. Extra money for the T side.
Whoa. Ranch, what do you have to say about this? Who do you think's going to win this?
Things are heating up a little bit here, but right now the economy is looking really strong on the T side. Carter coming out with a deagle and hopefully maybe a kill with the auto shotgun. If he finds a kill with the auto shotgun, he could come back, pulling back their economy, possibly even finding an AK and maybe making a play here. Some shots coming out. T's looking to do something. They've got full utility, so they got plenty to work with here. It looks like the CTs are kind of turtling up. T side kind of holding back, waiting for someone to make a push. But the CTs are sitting pretty on site. If the CTs can find a kill here, it could possibly turn around the entire game. It is 2-2, so anything is possible. Carter looking for the flank. T side kind of poking at it. Looks for a kill, not going to find it. Molly goes down. Goose pushing through. Bomb's going down. Finds a spray on Carter.
Oh,
2.
What a kill by Match.
Match
grade with the clutch.
Bomb is still down. He doesn't have a kit, but he's going to have plenty of time to defuse here. That brings back their economy. They got an AK. They got 2 kills with the shotgun. Their economy going into this 5th round is looking very strong.
Ranch, does that one call for a beer?
That one definitely calls for a beer. Okay, if I had, you know, a beer myself, I'd probably shotgun it just for the love of the game. Match grade, really pulling that one back. Carter coming out with an op. Now, we do know that Carter is a really strong opper, but in a 2v2 situation, I don't know if it's the strongest play. He's going to be looking long here, looking for a first pick. Not going to find it because the T side is going to be wrapping around. Match grade is going to find an interaction here. Shots go out. Goose finds the first kill. Carter looking for a possible trade. However, Marlboro also opping. It's going to be wrapping around. Same with Goose. Carter might find a kill here. Carter's watching it. If he holds this just a little bit longer, he might find a kill here on match grade.
And he does.
Making it 1v1, but he doesn't know Goose is there. Goose holding the angle, waiting for the re-swing, but it's not coming out. Carter holding, waiting for the plant. Goose knows he's there. He's going to pop a smoke, telling Carter exactly where he is. Carter now looking towards CT spawn. Nade goes out, but doesn't do anything. Carter holding that angle, that tight angle. If Carter held that for a second longer, he might have found the kill, but doesn't find it. Goose going for a spray.
Oh, Carter!
4-2. Now we do know Goose is a really strong CT player, so it's even if they don't get a couple rounds here, you know, too many rounds on T side, 2 is still really strong for a wingman. So Goose, you know, Goose is the main shooter here, but Marlboro has been known to make a play every now and then. You know, we look back to his prior games, and he's had historical, like, good clutch situations. Goose trying to find a Tech 9 kill, maybe some utility damage going out. Carter damaged heavily from that, backing up towards CT spawn. But it looks like we might have a flank here coming out by Marlboro.
Like Goose is getting in some action here, huh?
Maybe Marlboro finds a kill, but he does not see him in time. Goose finds the kill in match grade. Carter versus Goose. Carter is hurt bad, but he does have bomb down. Tech9 pushing in close. Here it comes.
Oh,
there it is. A little bit of a humiliation. Goose had an M4 there, but he thought the Tech9 suited the situation a little better. A little bit of a questionable play there, but you know,
you think they're tied up at half here?
Anything is possible. That is definitely a possibility here. Both teams fully bought out. Carter looking a little weak on the utility, but he does have that op, which is really strong in a 2v2, holding long, but it doesn't look like that might not play into effect here because the smoke comes down.
Damage.
Carter taking some damage. Goose holding long, trying to find some shots down range. Marlboro hoping to catch someone off guard, but it looks like Matchgrade's going to be flanking. They're going to pass right by each other. Marlboro doesn't know. Molly's coming out. Goose is pushing up, trying to make a play. Smoke goes down. Marlboro doesn't know he's there. He finds the kill, though. We're looking at a Matchgrade 1v2. They have a chance to tie this up going into the second half. Matchgrade fighting, finds one, looking for a second. Not going to find it. He's going to find the headshot. Last 2 bullets. He's going to pull it back. 5-3.
What a great game.
Really strong half from the CT side. You know, Carter going into the second half, he's the man to look at in the situation. But Matchgrade and Marlboro are both known to be playmakers when it counts. Sometimes, you know, that they fall short, but they are the clutch masters of the situation. Goose, Carter, definitely the main shooters to watch in this game. Flashes, smokes coming out. Looks like just a general rush down long. Yeah, Carter goes down. Looking for the reswing, not going to find it. Goose holding back, waiting a little bit for audio cues. Marlboro playing off the action. Matchgrade pushing up, trying to find a desperate kill here. But of course, they're both there. Shots go out. Matchgrade takes heavy damage. Marlboro looking to finish him off, and he finds the kill. Anyone could have seen that coming. You know, 2 strong players versus 1 really strong player, but in a situation like that, there's not much you can do. I don't know if I would have personally gone up long there, but you know, these are the professionals we're talking about. So, you know, I'm only rank 3 on Face It. So, looks like they're not going long this round. Smoke's going down. Auto shotgun in play with Goose. Goose, if he can find some eco kills here with the shotgun, they're going to get in very early round half advantage.
Looks like Carter and Match are taking this a little slow, huh?
Pushing through CT for sure. Definitely a play. It's definitely going to catch them off guard if they go through with it. Goose, Marlboro, kind of suspecting something is up. Goose is pushing back towards them. You might see some action here. Goose holding it with the shotgun. He wants them to peek. It looks like they're about to peek.
And he does.
One goes down.
And
looks for the second, finds the second. Putting their eco really strong. Carter, Matchgrade's going to have to force out here if they want to pull this game back, and they will.
And it is not looking good for the economy.
Definitely not. Marlboro buying an op. This is going to pose a challenge long. I don't know if it's the best idea to bring bomb long here, but they have no idea that he's opping. So we'll have to see what they do. Not much utility to clear the opera anyway. Meanwhile, CT side, plenty of utility to work with. Carter pushing up towards that op. Matchgrade might find a fight here with Goose. Smoke is down, waiting for it to fade. The second that smoke fades,
that'll be a surprise. Oh, there.
Smoke goes down. Info is gotten on Matchgrade. Matchgrade 21 HP, 11. Looking for one more shot. Carter's going to be pushing up. Finds the kill on Marlboro. Carter pushing to find the trade. Excuse me, not trade. Kill on Goose. He finds it. Pulling back. Possibly a very impressive half here. Goose still sitting very nice with money. Marlboro has enough to buy out maybe a FAMAS. He's going to go with the M4, but he's going to have to suffer on the utility. Carter, Matchgrade, full buy. Plenty of smokes, plenty of flashes.
Watch out.
Weak flash going out. Molly goes down. Some damage taken to Carter there. No one's watching long. It looks like Goose is going to be holding a bit of an off angle here. They're going to be shooting pot shots at the smoke, looking for any bit of damage. Molly's goes down. No damage is found. Marlboro finds the kill. Match grade, making it a 1v2. Carter wrapping back around, trying to clear that angle, retake some space. Meanwhile, Goose, Marlboro Red are turtling up on site here. Really, really good idea by the CT side.
Very.
Carter looks like he's going to run into a double swing. He's going to find the first kill, not going to find the second. Goose to follow it up, gets a good trade. The double swing, really hard to be ready for that in situations like that.
Man, you're pretty good at commentating.
Thank you.
I can't keep track, even if it's a 2v2. I'm gonna tell them to watch the VOD back. Be like, dude, y'all are actually playing a real game. Keep on going.
Looks like we might get some gunfight with Marlboro Red. Some damage coming out here. Match grade looking to finish him off. Not going to find. He will find it actually. Carter pushing into sight here. Goose pushing towards to find the kill on match grade. If he finds the kill on match grade, that's bomb down, giving the CTs a really strong advantage here. It looks like match grade's going to take the safe route, follow right behind Goose. He'll find one kill on Carter, looking for the second on match grade. Match grade not going to find the kill on Goose. Goose, 13 HP, taking the lead. At this point, it could be anybody's game. However, the T side, their economy is hurting bad. It looks like they're going to try to force out, hopefully make something happen, but Goose, Marlboro Red, full utility, armor, M4s, AKs. It's not a good, strong... Carter AFK. He did sell the P90, though. So, looking to possibly maybe get an eco kill this round. Maybe if they get an AK, they can make something happen. But the chances are not looking good. Meanwhile, CTs are turtling up on A site. It looks like match grade is going to be going for a flank here. Carter not really making any noise, waiting for that flank to go down. Match grade taking a little bit of a long time. He sees one, looking for the kill on Goose here. Will he find it? He whiffs, but finds the kill. They wrap it up. Oh my god!
What a round! This is what we live for.
They pulled back their economy. However, because of the prior round wins, the CT had a bit of a streak going. They have money to force out here. Marlboro Red, a little bit hurt on the economy, only buying armor and an M4. Could possibly get a flash and a decoy, but does not opt to do it. Carter pushing up here, looking for a kill. It looks like the CT sides are going for a flank, giving them sight completely.
Wow.
Will they respond to it? It looks like they're capitalizing on the lack of CTs. CTs just realizing bomb is going down. Goose is pushing back. Might see an interaction here with Carter. Carter and Marlboro. Marlboro finding the kill. 1v2. Match grade is a clutch master here. He could make something happen. 4 HP on Marlboro Red. Goose gonna take the fight, finish him off, wrapping up the round, looking for the defuse. They're going to find the defuse. Very nicely done by the CTs. Once again, anybody's game here. 5 HP, 4
could end up in a tie.
5 HP, 4 HP. You know, match grade definitely had the potential there to get that clutch and get them that round that they desperately needed, but they could not pull that round off. Very upsetting from the T side. That's got to be a hurt for the morale. But, you know, we've seen this go back and forth all game. They win one round, you know, the T side wins one round. Let's see if they can keep that trend going and make this 8-8, possibly an OT. Oh my god. This could be crazy. Goose possibly taking a fight here with match grade. Carter holding long. Goose holding a little bit of a tight angle. He's got that angle held down for the flank, but it doesn't look like match grade is going to be taking it. He's going to be pushing directly into the site. He might run into Marlboro Red here, who's holding a tight angle, waiting for the peek. There it is. Finds one kill. Goose gets intel. They know where Last is. Last is on site. All they need to do is close on him. But Carter does have an op. He's going to go long. He's going to try to find a kill here. He's not going to find it initially. Right now, the CTs are doing a great job playing together. Bomb's going to go down. could be very good. No smokes for the CT side. Trying to send some pot shots through the smoke. Playing long, looking for the first kill on Marlboro Red here. If he can find the kill, once again, anybody's game. But if they double swing, it could pose a huge problem. Looks like that's what they're going to do. Defuse, possibly going down. Marlboro Red finds the kill. That makes it 9-7.
That's game.
GG. Great game by both teams, but the CT side just pulled through at the end there. They did a great job, and you know, it could have been anyone's game the entire time, but the CT side, they just had slightly better positioning. They played it like a little slightly better as a team together, and they just pulled that through at the very end there. Very nicely done by the CTs.
Y'all need to watch the VOD. This dude was actually casting the whole game. It was actually pretty cool.
Should we make it a BO3?
Dude, that was fire.
We could make it a
Should we make it a
BO3.
BO3?
That was a good ass
Let's do a
game.
BO3.
I like listening to Ranch's commentating. It's actually pretty good.
A BO3.
Okay, let's
what are
do a
you talking
BO3. Best of 3.
We'll get water. My throat is a little.
Bro was not stop. Y'all should watch the VOD. That was actually
That's
impressive.
why I want to play again. I want more VOD.
Are you streaming, Ryan?
More content.
Yeah. He was like,
How was that?
Carter has CT, very strong CT hold.
What was he saying
CT?
about me?
Carter
He
looking
was
for a
like,
kill.
Marlboro has a hold right here on long. He has an AWP, but I don't know if that's the right choice.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was no, it was Goose with the Tech 9. I was like, Goose has a Tech 9. He doesn't realize that he has an M4. I don't know if the Tech 9 would be the best choice here, but he thought it was necessary to take down the Opper. And, you know, whatever gets the job done, wrapping up the round, making it a C4 side win.
Fucked. He absolutely fucked him. Hey, if we do best of 3, we should do.
That was the move.
If we do
Gotta
best
stay
of
mobile.
3, we should do Wingman on Nuke.
You want to play Nuke?
Next
can
one will
do
be
that
Nick.
next
Okay.
game.
When I was
Let me go
younger, I
piss.
wanted to be a
No, I'm ready.
caster. So
I think it's more fair with neutral ping
Game
too.
master. That's just a suggestion with the game master.
Here, Ranch can spectate too this time, so he can make better calls on the. Because I was trying to switch to whoever he was talking to. I'll still try to do that on stream, but
But was he just watching your VOD?
I was streaming it in this Discord voice channel, and then he was just looking at my stream and saying, like, looking at the map and stuff.
Oh fuck.
That was kind of
That ain't it,
fire.
fam. Yeah, now you gotta be cameraman.
No, that's I was trying to say stuff, but I literally like didn't know what to say. Like I was like, this is a close one, isn't it, Ranch? And Ranch would just be like, yeah.
Bro, did you shoot that thunder, bro?
That's engaging.
Did you shoot that
Oh,
thunder,
they get the
bro?
guns, don't they?
No, I'm like,
Dude,
the
it's
economy's looking
going
low here,
bad,
isn't it?
bro.
All right,
Absolutely.
bad.
It looks like the CT sides are going to be getting an auto shotgun. If they can find a kill or two, it could pull back their economy, making it a huge advantage going into the next round. Looks
Yeah,
like they're
I
gonna
need
find
to-
one kill.
I need to listen to my my fucking
Let's stop-
1v2
let's stop
XM
fucking-
clutch.
Let's stop playing games with these dudes, Pat.
All right, I'm
True,
starting it.
True.
That first half on Sanctum was demoralizing.
That was a really good game. It was
It
anybody.
was actually fun to watch. That was fun to commentate on too. The whole
Dude, I can't wait
experience.
to watch the VOD.
So we
don't
start
know
T-side, huh?
It's going to game 3.
We know it's fucking
Not the last you've seen of the fucking dynamic duo.
Y'all are so cooked. Move us to our channels. I'm about to
Get these
fuck you up,
fuckers out of
Ryan.
this
Right on.
Discord. Get these fuckers out of the Discord, Ryan.
You're such a fucking snot licker.
All right, tonight we had the second map of the best of 3. Wingman. Carter and Match versus Goose and Marlboro.
Absolutely. You know, in the first game, we saw Goose and Marlboro absolutely, you know, get a very slight lead at the end. And, you know, they just pulled through. So let's see if they can do it again going into the second game. Best of 3, Carter is going to be going towards control here. Meanwhile, looks like Matchgrade is going to be sitting Squeaky Goose, watching it. One scaffolding. It looks like a fight might break out here in a second between Marlboro Red and Carter. Carter backing up towards Double Door. Goose waiting behind Reactor, waiting for that Squeaky. He's going to find the first kill. Carter tries to coordinate, tries to find that follow-up, but Goose going to take him down. making it a CT win. Now, we do know that the CT side, this is a very CT-sided map, so, you know, if the goal of T-side here isn't necessarily to come out on top, but maybe just get a few rounds before they can get that CT side, because CT side is just, it's huge on this B site. Nade comes out, does not find it on the squeaky door. Tech 9 rush. Finds a kill on Goose, gets that auto shotgun. If you can get that auto shotgun kill on Marlboro. Oh my god! Beautiful shot coming out by Carter. That was a huge kill. The economy is shook by the CT side because, you know, they forced out that round, thinking that they had that one round advantage, thinking that the T side would not do what they just did. But they did, and the T side now have really good economy, forcing the CTs to force out. Tech not, or Mac 10 finds one kill, looks for the second.
And Carter gets
T side will find it. This is really good for the T side. All things considering, their goal is to get as many rounds as possible before
They want to go to a
CT
game
side.
3.
They definitely
They
are
would
fighting
love to
for
win
that
the
game
prize.
3. They are definitely fighting for that game 3. You know, the CTs, they got to be feeling some sort of pressure here at this point because they really need to pull this back, but their economy is just suffering. Marlboro Red, Goose, playing back on ramp, playing very safe here. I don't know if that's the best move with USPS's utility going down, finding some damage on Marlboro Red. Smoke down, Carter plants. Both on ramp, forcing them to come down.
shot.
Finds one kill, match grade.
Great
looks for
shot.
The second, gonna find the second. Goose. Very unfortunate, but now they got money. Now, let's see if they buy an op. An op would be very interesting, I
I
think,
don't
on
think they
this
have money
map.
for now. Oh, maybe
They
Carter.
do if they sold everything. It's a bit of a glass cannon, but we have seen great success on Wingman if you sit ramp with the op, but it doesn't look like they're going to employ that strategy just yet. They're going to be rushing out, finds one kill on Goose, which is huge. 9 HP, though. Here's Squeaky Door coming out. Carter pushing onto site. Doesn't know he's rafters. Could find a kill here. Is finding the kill. Looks for the second. Match grade low. Match grade going down, bringing back this 2-3. 3 more rounds and half.
These guys just
T-side
love to go
already-
back to back on each other, huh?
Absolutely. You know, we saw it the first game. Rounds going back and forth, but it looks like the T side has a little bit of momentum that the CTs might put a stop to right here. If Carter can possibly find this kill, it makes it, it puts Goose in a really tough spot. But Goose, main
Goose,
shooter, Carter finding Goose, making it 2-4. This is not looking good for the CT side, considering this is a CT-sided map. They are looking to go to game 3 here, and we are seeing that they are hungry for it.
I think they need to nade door, one of the doors. My
CT
honest
side
opinion.
looking for a bit of a lighter buy here. They don't have much utility to work with. Meanwhile, CT or T side has plenty of utility to work with. They're going a little bit slower this round than what we're used to seeing. Here's them rafters, while one is sitting ramp. Both are sitting single squeaky door, watching, waiting for a possible push from the CTs, but they're not going to see it. Marlboro sitting on top of reactor. This is a bit of a off angle, but it could catch the T's off guard. Match grade looks like he might be interested in opening that door. A little bit of communication between the two of them, deciding what they want to do here. Marlboro holding double door. Meanwhile, Goose on ramp. They hear the single door, goes for a flash, tries to find the kill on Goose, taking some damage. Match grade. Carter pushing out. Marlboro looking for a kill, does not find it. Carter hurting bad. Match grade getting a lot of damage. Goose can very possibly win this. Trying to make use of that utility. Both are one shot. Carter, match grade, both sitting behind reactor. Goose finds one, looking for the second. Smoke goes down. Goose pushing out.
And he gets it.
Finds the second kill with a definitely much needed round win from the CT side. Very eventful round there. Very nicely done by Goose. Playing very slow. Playing on that ramp, getting a lot of damage in very early round on that push. T-side had a lot of momentum with that first kill, but they didn't have. You didn't see a whole lot of utility usage post that first kill, and it could have been a detriment to them. Goose looking for a kill. fully blind. Nade goes out, does crazy damage to Matchgrade. Matchgrade goes down to Molly. Carter finds the kill on Goose, but Marlboro Reds is there to clean up.
It's all tied up at the half.
4-4. This is basically a fresh start for both teams. No momentum on either side. However, the CT's got to be feeling a certain kind of way here. Considering that they had the T side has got to be feeling a certain kind of way. They have 2 rounds in a row here. They got a little momentum going. You know, the Carter and Matchgrade could be a little shaken here. Finds a kill on Matchgrade. Goose getting aggressive, looking for that kill on Carter, and will find it. And this is what I'm talking about when I say momentum is everything here. Even though that going into the second half, it was all tied up. You know, Carter and Matchgrade had to have been feeling a certain kind of way with that early half momentum that Goose and Marlboro Red had at half. And it looks like it's translating very well into this half. Reds going up to control. Goose opening up squeaky door. Carter is going to get mollied out. It's not going to reach him entirely. Matchgrade playing on rafters. Looking for that kill, possibly. One single door. Red breaks control, finds 1 kill, knows where Carter is, goes for that second, will find it, making it 4-6. They need 3 rounds to win this game. Carter, Matchgrade need to make a play of some sort, possibly some shotguns going out. It looks like they are going to force out here, realizing that they need to get this round win to possibly pull this game back.
That's looking a little shy, isn't it?
It's looking a little rough for Carter and Matchgrade. Carter holding control, will find 1 kill, looks for the second, does not find it. Marlboro Red is able to trade it out. Matchgrade turtling up. Here's the audio cue on double doors. It's going to be holding it. Marlboro Red playing with that door, trying to bait out some shots, trying to bait out some noise. Not going to hear it. Matchgrade holding strong, waiting for the plant to go down. Plenty of utility to work with here from Marlboro Red. No idea where Matchgrade is. Kind of looking at the ground a little bit here, jumping into vent, possibly going. If he goes single door, he's going to have a head-on-head fight with Matchgrade. MP7, I don't know if that's the best move. Matchgrade is currently holding towards reactor. Flash goes down, giving the audio cue. Matchgrade sees the barrel of his gun. Second smoke goes down. Matchgrade pushing out. Matchgrade finding the kill. That's the momentum the CT's needed going into this next round. He finds the AK. And this is just beautiful from the CT side. Now, we need to see some shotgun, some rafter play, possibly a sniper. Carter is not buying a gun here, which is very detrimental. It's going to sell a little bit. Buys an M4. This is looking much better. Marlboro Red, Flash, Carter, both taking fights, both finding kills. It's down to a 1v1. Goose is hurt, though. Matchgrade just needs 1 bullet. 1 bullet will do it, and he will find it, making it 6-6. Matchgrade really showing out here. Now, this is what I was talking about. Carter is a main shooter in this team, but Matchgrade, he's known, you know, to pull through in clutch situations when he's most needed, and that's what we've been seeing here. 1 kill, you know, always last alive, but that's who you want alive in a clutch situation is Matchgrade. Red's going to be going up to control. Matchgrade finding 1, looking for the second, not going to find it. Goose has a Tech 9, will find Carter. The nade will take him out, though. That was close. Matchgrade almost died there. Goose possibly had the aim to finish him off with 30 HP. You know, that's maybe a 1-shot, 2-shot situation, which is very doable with the Tech 9 had that nade not come out. And with nerves, you know, you never know if you miss those shots, you whiff a little bit, but, you know, we didn't see that there with Matchgrade. Matchgrade really is the star of the second half up till now. He is hungry for that best of 3. Carter pot shots into single door. Looks like Marlboro is going to be pushing out, trying to find that kill. And Carter, shots go down. He's holding. Oh, Matchgrade's holding control. Marlboro is going to find that first kill. They're looking for that second here. Finds the kill on Goose, looking for the second. Matchgrade We've seen him do it. 2 HP, looking for the pistol kill. We'll find it. Really aggressive play here.
I didn't kick you out.
I don't know why I kicked. Player idle. I guess I'm not clicking through. Okay, whatever. I got your stream. Your cameraman now.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know, 8-6. Carter Matchgrade need 1 win to wrap this game up, bringing us to the 3rd game. I'll be holding tight angles, smoking double door. Meanwhile, Matchgrade looks like he's about to throw a nade, waiting for it. Finds Matchgrade up on rafters. Carter turtling up. Very scary situation. Very tough situation. Tough situation for Carter. They are both control. Considering that no one is single squeaky door, this is great for Carter. He's waiting for a peek. And all he's got to do is just find 1 kill, and it makes it doable. If he can find the kill on Goose, then that makes Marlboro Red 1 shot. And that's all it takes. Carter has his back turned to single door. Carter pushing out into the open. Goose finding the 1 tap. Very unfortunate for Carter.
They're 1 round away from making it that third map.
Possible tie here. All Carter and Matchgrade need to do is close this out, but their economy's kind of hurting, but the T side is not looking great. Or as great. Carter playing aggressive here. We'll find 1 backing up. Very smart. Marlboro Red trying to push through the smoke, find a kill, but will not find it. We are going to game 3.
And they should be joining the lobby soon.
Game 3.
Game 3.
We gave up too much on CT.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I think so as well. I was just saying, like, T side, the goal isn't for first half is not necessarily to win out T side. It's to get as many round wins as possible, just to put some rounds on the board for your CT side.
Yeah.
The goal isn't to win; it's to win. That was what
Yeah,
you said.
exactly.
B90 was fucking.
What map now?
We're playing Overpass, I think.
No.
Patrick? No?
No, that's
Patrick's
Ash.
picking.
No, we go.
What if we go to the wheel?
What are there for wingman?
So take off everything. Well, yeah, actually, fuck
We
it.
could play
like,
Vertigo. We could play Vertigo.
No.
No.
No. I mean, fuck it. Let's do Overpass. What side on Overpass is it? B?
Dude, Overpass is ass.
Yeah, it's B.
We can do Inferno. We could even do Poseidon. I don't care, but
I'm down for Inferno.
Honestly, might Poseidon.
Let's do Inferno.
I currently have a wheel if we want to do that.
No, I'm not playing another weird ass map. Play Inferno.
let's let Ranch do a wheel.
Between Poseidon and Inferno.
Honestly, I
No,
kind of want to see
not
Inferno.
Poseidon.
I kind of
Okay,
want to
let's
see
just play
Inferno.
Inferno. Okay, we'll play Inferno.
That's like the most competitive wingman map.
That's what I'm saying. What a great 3rd round, like,
What a way to seal the deal.
yeah.
Who starts on what side?
You don't know what you're asking for.
Who started
That's
on
true.
CT last time?
Know what you're
Who-
asking
no,
for.
no, no.
G last
We-
time.
We
I wanna
started
say-
on T last time.
Who won the first
No, you
game?
didn't. We did.
No, y'all
We
didn't
definitely
start.
started
yeah,
T.
Yeah, you're right.
Whoever won first game, I think you should pick.
Okay,
They're fucking picking different
Well,
sides.
okay.
What the hell?
yeah. What do they want?
What? Why is there? It's a 3v1 right now. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 3rd game for whoever had most kills parlay for Carter. Let's hope Carter can really pull through on your bets. Whoever had the under on kills, I am very sorry for the 3rd game. However, we are getting into this 3rd game. Both teams feeling really good going into this map. Most competitive wingman map, people are saying. Smoke going down. It looks like both going our side. Carter pushing up. Match one of the plans two, making it a very quick first round. Matchgrade has been a hero of Nuke. Might be a hero of Inferno as well. Carter seemingly finding a hard time to get into his groove since that first game. Goose falling off a little bit, maybe feeling some fatigue, finds a little bit of damage, giving that noise cue for Carter. That one has push up. Marlboro Red took a little bit of forward damage. Smoke going down. Goose and Marlboro Red going into apps here. No, Goose going up short. Looks like one's going to go apps, one going to go short. Carter waiting under wagon, looking for that kill on apps if it comes out. Goose waiting for the smoke to fade. Let's see what happens. Red pushing out, trying to clear pit a little bit, dropping. Carter panicking a little bit. Goose looking for that kill on Matchgrade. Matchgrade found the first kill on Red. Very nicely done, Goose. Trying to make something happen. He has a little bit of a head peak advantage against Matchgrade. Matchgrade closing ground. Matchgrade cleaning up that round, pulling it back. It was very close with that kill on Carter. Maybe if Goose picked up that Mag 7, he could have possibly found that kill on Matchgrade whenever he closed that distance, but he did not. Making it a really hard time with that Glock versus armor. You know, it takes about 7 shots to kill someone with a Glock versus armor. Which is really tough. Red going to be closed in a corner. Matchgrade finding that first kill. Goose looking for the follow-up. Flash comes out, has to back up into Arch. Goose looking to kill Matchgrade, but Matchgrade once again is just dominating this third map. He's 6-0 currently. Carter 0-1. You know, I would attribute this mostly though to Carter just not finding them, because Matchgrade is just doing such a good job cleaning up. Marlboro and Goose having a hard time finding their footing here. Carter finds one. Does he find Goose? Goose pushing through apps here, hopefully to find a kill, something to clean up economy, but Matchgrade shuts him down like he's been known to do this entire time. Carter, Matchgrade, both just taking a huge lead here going in the first half. Devastating to the mental. Yeah, devastating to the mental at the very least for T-side. They're forcing out. They got full round loss bonus here, so they can afford to just force out every round from here, considering they continue to lose. Now, this is a very CT-sided map. However, with good utility usage, CT can really, or T-side can really pull this back. Goose will find a kill there on Carter. Carter found the other kill. Matchgrade goes down. This could be a possible turnaround that the T-side needs to really pull this game back. Economy looking really good for CT side, so they can fully buy out here. And Op coming out, possibly sitting pit, watching that
Double
short
op.
lane.
Wow.
No. Double Op, both sitting library, turtling up. Very interesting of a play. Goose, Marlboro, going to be going for a little bit of an apps play, which could work in the CT's favor, considering they're holding apps. Double stacked Op. Looking towards short. Marlboro Red slowly clearing small angles on apps. Meanwhile, Goose watching their flank, looking for a flank. Nothing coming out. Carter, Matchgrade sitting patiently. Just double stacked on that Op. If one misses, the other finds it. Both are holding short here. They can very freely take sight. Pushing out of apps, taking their time, which is exactly what you want to do in this situation. No info on where the CTs are. At this point, they have a little bit of info that they are possibly... Oh, Marlboro is going to be pushing into the line of fire. Will get legged. He knows that they are both library. It looks like Goose is going to be holding library exit. Finds damage on one, looks for the second, does not find it. Matchgrade finds the kill. He does know that Marlboro is low. Marlboro taking a risk.
Oh!
No, Matchgrade finds the kill. Damage from the molly coming out.
Graffiti. He needs a graffiti.
A little bit of a taunt coming out. Matchgrade finding both the kills very closely, almost whiffed. And lost that round, but was able to pull it back 5-1. This is going to be really difficult for the T side.
Yeah, that round was a bit detrimental.
Definitely detrimental. You know, when they go into the second half, those T's are going to have a bit of a mountain to climb. It looks like Carter And Matchgrade opting into the same strategy as before. Holding short. Goose trying to shoot through smoke a little bit here. Marlboro Red pushing up, looking arch. Not going to see anything initially. Looks like they're both going to be pushing arch. Does Marlboro Red clear library? If you can clear library here, it's a clean sweep. They are not looking at all, paying no attention to the possible push on arch. If they make any bit of noise, no! Marlboro Red goes down. Goose, here's that bit right there, but they're both stacked on each other.
Oh!
They're low HP.
Oh!
My God, Goose cleans up because they were both panicking and walking on each other's head. They could not escape that Molotov, and Goose just capitalized on their mistakes.
This is a big round if
Really-
T-side wins this.
The T-side needs to win this round. CTs are going to have to force out to stop the momentum, if they can even stop the momentum.
Carter with a hard push.
Trying to find an early pick. Not going to find it.
Oh!
Red will find the kill, but it looks like a trade. Goose holding that tight angle on arc side. Meanwhile, Matchgrade pushing over to, correction, Goose is picking up bomb. Matchgrade going to be pushing over towards Goose, looking for that kill. Matchgrade needs this kill in order to stop the momentum gained by the T side. Smoke goes down. Flash goes out. Goose going into apps. Matchgrade falling back into pit here, looking for a possible push onto truck, but does not expect the apps play at all. He's looking towards apps. He might find the kill. He finds the kill, wrapping up the half. Oh my goodness. The CTs now going onto the T side are going to have amazing momentum. All they need is 3 rounds in order to wrap this game up, making it a T side victory. Carter Matchgrade winning that third best of 3 round for the championship. Goose, Marlboro Red having a bit of a mountain to climb here to take this back. They're going to be playing a little bit of aggressive.
Oh.
Goose close. Matchgrade finds the kill, looking for the trade. From Marlboro Red's not going to find it. Finds a little bit of damage on Carter, looking for a kill here. He finds it. It's down to a Carter versus Marlboro. Marlboro pushing up, not knowing Carter's to his left.
Oh!
He finds the kill.
Yeah!
Time to defuse the bomb. 5 HP. Marlboro Red. This was the round that the Marlboro Red and Goose needed to possibly get some momentum, possibly get some footing. They have plenty of money here. Matchgrade Carter are going to have to make a bit of a play, a bit of a, maybe a force up here to maybe deny some of that momentum. And it looks like they're going to do just that. Marlboro Red, Goose, also on a light buy, both pushing short lane. Goose backing up. Carter and Matchgrade putting a lot of pressure. Carter hears the footsteps on the flank, finds 1 kill. Goose looking for the second. Goose finds the second. Marlboro Red, even though he didn't have much damage, he still had heavy impact that round. Marlboro Red. Carter heard the footsteps, putting that extra line of pressure, turns around, allowing Goose to find that kill on Carter. That was a huge team play by the CT side. The T side is in a really tough position now. Marlboro Red, or Matchgrade, finding a little bit of damage on Marlboro Red. Looks like they're going to try to push into apps here, possibly make something happen. Carter smoked off. Matchgrade, damage going out to Matchgrade, down to 75 HP, about even in HP. However, their ecos are looking vastly different. Matchgrade does not have head armor, which means those MP9s are very lethal to Matchgrade here. Carter in apps, waiting for a little bit of info, maybe a little mistake, footstep, audio, anything. Goose finds that kill on Matchgrade, like I was talking about. Carter looking for the trade. Goose putting some pot shots. They do know that he is in apps. 38 seconds left. Carter is going to be pressed for time here in a second. Having a hard time making a decision on where he wants to go here. Carter waiting for a push, waiting for the CTs to get aggressive, but they're not going to do that. They're going to wait in for the apps push, which is exactly what the CTs want to do.
Such a tough.
Goose waiting for the audio cue. There it is. Goose looking for the kill. Playing time and finds the kill. That was a beautiful play by Goose. He was both playing time simultaneously. So even if Carter got that kill, he wouldn't have had time to go for the plant. Also swinging in and out, making it a very hard target for Carter to get that one tap that he needed for that. This is a bonus round for the CTs. If they can find this kill, it kills all momentum on T side. T side, however, has a full buy. They got AKs. They got exactly all the equipment that they need to possibly bring this round back. Now they only got a nade and a flash. Carter taking a little bit of damage here. Flash going out, making a little bit of audio. Finds the kill. Marlboro Reds. Carter, match grade, pushing out of app. Goose finds one kill. Looks for the second. Can't find it initially. Moving out into cover. He knows that he's big pit. Nade goes down. Finds a little bit of damage. He knows Carter's big pit. Currently, he has no idea he went small pit. Shooting some pot shots. Finds Carter. Knows he's small pit. 38 HP.
Oh!
Anyone's game there, but Carter finds the kill through the wood. Which was the play that Carter needed to possibly break down the momentum. However, CTs have plenty of money here. Match grade is struggling with money. Carter, ideally here in this situation, should buy match grade. So match grade could possibly get a little bit of more utility, which could pose a mistake later. Match grade finds first. Finds a fight with Marlboro Red here. Marlboro looking to take that fight possibly. Marlboro Red finds the kill, making it a 1v2. Carter needs to get this round win to deny momentum. Finds one, making it a 1v1. Now, Carter isn't necessarily known to be the clutch master in these situations. You generally want a match grade in this situation to clutch the round, but Carter he's also a shooter. You know, he could definitely pull this round off. Marlboro, however, is the man to pull off a clutch here. Marlboro Red looking pit, not seeing anything initially. Carter, oblivious to match or to Marlboro, looking apps. Just now realizing possibly he saw him on his radar, but maybe it was the wind. Marlboro Red waiting for the audio cue. Carter clearing sight, turtling up. It's really good. Strong. He has a smoke and a nade, plenty of utility to work with here. You will see the smoke. He sees him. He shoots him through the smoke and finds the kill. Marlboro Red pulling this back. Like I said, Marlboro is the man you want in these situations. Carter, you know, I'm sorry, Carter, but match grade would just have been possibly better in that situation. As we've seen match grade clutch more situations than that. Carter definitely a shooter, you know, but that late game is definitely a match grade situation. Same with Marlboro Red. You know, Goose and Carter, great duelists out here, great shooters, but in stressful situations, you definitely want Marlboro Red or match grade any day of the week. Looks like the T sides are going to be pushing towards Arch here. Flash is coming out. Audio cues down. Goose and Pit finding some damage on match grade. Match grade low HP. Marlboro Red a little bit out in the open. Match grade trying to go for the flank here. Match grade in apps. Carter sitting cubby, waiting for match grade to push out a little bit here. Carter needs to make a little bit of a play. Match grade struggling financially. Doesn't have the best gun to take this fight. Sees one in Pit. Heavy damage coming out. Marlboro Red goes for the swing and is going to snap and find the kill. Carter in a really tough spot. Audio goes out. They know that Carter's in the cubby. Looking towards library, sees Carter, gets that intel. 76 HP, Marlboro Red finds the kill. You know, in that very first game, you saw Goose, you saw Carter being the main players, but these last two games, Marlboro Red and match grade have really stepped up. You know, Goose and Carter were the mans with all the parlays on them, with the overs. They thought, most people had their money that they were going to be the main players in the situation, but Marlboro Red, match grade, really just showing out that they are competitive and why they're in this league. Goose waiting for the swing on Carter. Marlboro Red finds the kill. Match grade. Match grade, no idea he was there. Carter sees Goose. Gets that info. Backs up towards site. Tries to go for a nade here. Does not stick it. Carter
Marlboro with the flank. Oh, he took heavy damage from the nade.
Marlboro Red closing in. Will find the kill. One round. They can either tie here or they can wrap this game up. Goose, Marlboro Red is exactly where they want to be. They wouldn't want to be anywhere else in this situation. Both with AKs, both full utility. Marlboro Red lacking a kit. There it is. He realized he bought the kit. 8-7. Pushing towards lane.
Oh,
Molly
heavy
goes down.
damage.
Both taking damage. Trying to make a quick play here. Goose.
Oh, big go
will
by
be
Carter.
taken
Oh.
down. Oh my god. And that is a tie. We are looking at a 4th game here. Actually, correction. We are going into overtime.
Wow, I didn't even know Wingman had an overtime. Did you know that, Ryan?
We not an official matchmaking server, so this is definitely, you know, league rules for sure. The winning team's got to win by 4. And, you know, this is exactly where you want to be if you have a parlay on the over on kills on these 4 players.
Match with the
Matchgrade
first
finds the first kill. Goose taking down Carter. Matchgrade pushing up, trying to find the trade on Goose. Will find it. 24 HP. Matchgrade cleaning up that round. Now, if Matchgrade and Carter can have a really strong T side here, then we could possibly see just a clean sweep. Goose, Marlboro Red already suffering financially slightly with that round loss. Looks like Matchgrade Carter is going to be going for a little bit of a fast play. Audio cues going out. Goose does not hear them, holding short lane. Meanwhile, Marlboro Red out in the open, holding that arch. Smoke goes down. Molly comes out. Matchgrade, 46 HP. Goose will find the kill. Looks for the second. Finds the second on Carter, making it 9-9. You know, this is something we've seen all night with them going back and forth, and just excellent play from both sides. But in the end, there is one winner, and tonight we will find out who that is. Molly's coming out on short lane. Flash goes out. Completely flashing both Goose and Marlboro Red. They're turtling up on site. We'll find some damage on Carter. We'll find the kill. Marlboro Red. Matchgrade pushes up, but will be shut down by Goose. That was a clean sweep by Goose and Marlboro Red. Correction, that wasn't a clean sweep. Carter and Matchgrade got 1 round, so they need to pull 2 more to win this. Matchgrade holding arch, doesn't see anyone, backing up to watch short. Carter doing the same. He is a bit of an angle, not necessarily peeking short, just kind of waiting for the cross, kind of jiggling back and forth. Meanwhile, both Marlboro Red and Goose are both sitting on the crossroads. Here comes a fight. Marlboro Red. Matchgrade will find 2 kills. Exactly what Matchgrade and Carter needed. Once again, however, we did see this with the first half of OT, Goose and Marlboro Red. Both sides. Marlboro Red, Goose losing the first round, but pulling through in the next 2 rounds. Let's see if they can do that again here. Molly's coming out. Matchgrade holding arch. Marlboro Red going through apps. Goose chilling back on the crossroads, hoping to find a kill on arch side, but arch side's tucked in. Matchgrade back in library. Audio cues coming out. Marlboro Red looking for a kill on Pit here. Not going to see Carter initially. Carter. Molly comes out. Does not. It does hit Carter, forcing Carter to swing out the small Pit. He does know that one is Pit. Matchgrade looking for a kill on App. Oh my gosh. Marlboro Red, smart play, but cannot punish Carter for the being out of position. Goose has some info on where Carter is. 46 HP though, in a very tough spot. He has a Molotov. He can make possibly some damage. Finds the kill, but Carter is there to punish him.
And it all comes down to this.
Absolutely does. Carter and Matchgrade have a really good chance here to wrap this 3 games
Light buys
up.
from the
Carter is about to be
CTs,
caught out of position. Goose and Marlboro Red pushing up short. Will find the kill on Matchgrade. Matchgrade has a better average, better ratio for clutches. They will get into an interaction here. Marlboro Red finding the kill. We are going into double OT.
Wow.
This is exactly what you would expect from top-level performers.
Are you not entertained?
Top-level performers going into this third game, you know, double OT. You love to see it. A lot of action, a lot of stress from these players. A lot is on the line here. Molly's going down on the arch side. Goose, Marlboro Red pushing up short. Carter looking to punish. And it looks like Matchgrade and Carter are just both there to find the kills on
They're
both
in
of
flow
them.
state, I believe, Ranch. I think they're in flow state.
Flow state?
I think they're in flow state. CT.
A word. CT's finding a rhythm. Matchgrade finding the molly, dropping the molly. Goose slowing down a little bit here. Matchgrade holding that angle, popping a smoke, getting a little bit of intel, finding the kill on Goose. 1v2. Marlboro Red needs to find this kill, or else they'll be in a very rough situation. Carter playing in pit. Matchgrade on site. Marlboro Red out in the open, clearing library. Smart, considering we've historically seen Carter and Matchgrade turtle up in library. Now knows that it's clear. Carter and Matchgrade a little stressed out where they could be. Carter gets that info. Does Carter go down? Carter does not go down. Matchgrade does find the kill. Marlboro took a little too long to find that kill on Carter, and once he didn't find it, Matchgrade was there to punish him. Looks like Goose and Marlboro is going to be going towards apps. Carter is thinking the same thing. Waiting for Marlboro Red. Will find the kill. Bomb down. Goose is there to trade him. He now has a gun. However, does he have the skill to take down Matchgrade? And he does.
Big round by
Scoreboard
C.
Really good. Matchgrade's performance doing amazing. Goose, Marlboro Red struggling a little bit here to keep up with the performance we're seeing from Matchgrade.
I have to agree on that one.
Molly's going out on both sides of the crossroad. Molly goes down on pit. Marlboro Red sees the smoke. Sets up smokes on short and apps. Meanwhile, the T side is running or going through arch side. Smokes and flashes coming out. They get that info. Nade goes down. Goose still turtling up. They get that double nade info. They know that they are both arch side, so they just need to chill out here and wait for a push. Matchgrade realizes that they got this info. It's going to try to reposition here, possibly get a little bit of info. Wingman is really tough in the sense of you never know where your opponent might be, and they can definitely do exactly what the CTs are doing, which is just turtling up. And it really causes a lot of anxiety. And we're about to see the first fight here. Marlboro Red getting some damage. Goose there to also back him up. Goose returtling up. Getting a little antsy here. Looking for the second kill. Flash goes out. Red goes for the swing. Finds the kill. Matchgrade. This is exactly what I was talking about by the performance of Matchgrade. He is just a killer. And he has been dominating this Inferno match. You know, you just saw it right there, which is basically just a staple of what this entire game has been for Matchgrade, which is just one kill after the other. An impress, a disappointment for the opposing team each time. Matchgrade pushing up through the smoke. Goose will find the kill. Possibly giving...
We're going to see a triple OT here, Ranch?
Possibly. It is very possible. So long as Carter binds this round... If Carter can find a kill here, he could possibly end this game. Both are turtling up. Both are playing very safe on site. Carter pushing apps here, hoping to find a safe kill on Marlboro Red. That will be the first point of contact. Will not find it. Marlboro Red pulling this game back. Goose, Marlboro Red have a chance of winning this game. Winning the best of three. Still, Carter and Matchgrade just need a pinch pinch this last game. Get the very, very last couple kills and wrap it up. Carter, Marlboro Red. Carter's going to be taking down Match Grade. Molly coming out. Goose forced to drop back. They both have the info on where each other's are. Here it comes. Goose finding the kill. Triple OT.
Wow. What a match we have here. This is what Counter-Strike is all about. Quadruple OT or triple OT.
This is almost a full original Counter-Strike game at this point. T-side pushing through, looking to find a kill here on Marlboro Red. Marlboro Red has an ob. Molly goes down. A little bit of damage to Marlboro Red. Carter pushing out, trying to punish Goose. We'll find the kill on Goose. Molly going down again. He's pushed all the way back towards CT. 18 HP. Nades going down. Not going to find the kill. Might be in Marlboro Red's best interest here just to turtle up, keep the op, but I don't think Match Grade and Carter are going to allow him to do that. They know he went crazy with the damage, trying to drop the op, toss it out the map. Struggling. They're hearing all this go down. It looks like they're going to try to knife him. Match Grade's going to see his arm here. He's going to find it. Looking for the second kill.
Oh!
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 God, they threw the round, allowing Marlboro Red and Goose to win.
Wow, I
What
can't
a
believe
huge
that.
upset. What a huge upset by the pair. Be right back. I'm going to take a leak.
Okay. I'll try to do my best at commentating. Carter and Match Grade both with the good buys. Everybody with good buys this round. Looks like they're gonna run fast boiler T side. Match with the Molly and Pit. Carter rushing boiler. And Goose takes him out. Library, Marlboro, they're just in flow state at this point. I think the momentum has shifted after that round. That was a huge round by Marlboro. He was able to get that no scope on the knife. They were kind of just trolling. That was kind of crazy. I can't lie. It's looking a little bit. Match Grade had to buy a Mac 10, but I think they'll prevail. Goose spraying through the smoke. Match Grade going back to boiler. Marlboro shooting in cubby.
Match Grade pushing up the short, looking for possibly a kill on sight here. Maybe a little bit of info on the guy on Pit. Goose holding it down, looking for the kill on Match Grade. Match Grade up on the truck. We'll find some damage. Carter coming out, trying to find a kill, but will not find it. Goose, Marlboro Red. Finding the kills to wrap it up. This is the lead, exactly what they need. They need one round to win here, so I'm expecting a very aggressive playstyle coming out from the T since they got all this momentum and all this pressure on Match Grade and Carter. Match Grade and Carter need to slow them down. We're talking Molotov, smokes, everything that you need, and it looks like they're buying just that. They're recognizing, and this is why this is the highest level of play. I was talking to Carter before this game about some of his hobbies. He was talking about, you know, even when you're benching 220, sometimes you got to throw in another plate to hit 250. And, you know, we're seeing that, you know, that pushback, that extra mile, that grit that, you know, that Match Grade and Carter were talking about. Mostly Carter. Match Grade said he's more of a leg guy. Carter Molotoving short here. Looks like Marlboro Red's going to be going into apps. Match Grade holding short, even though Carter's already there. Carter tucked into the corner. Will find the kill on Marlboro Red. Goose finds the trade. Tree firing. Not going to find anything because Match Grade is going to be going for a slow peek here.
And
finds the kill on Goose. We might see a quadruple overtime.
that is
Possibly.
actually insane.
This is a very impressive play coming out from Goose. He never had a Faceit account, and we all know that Faceit is a little bit higher play than Premier Matchmaking. So this level of play from Goose, considering he's a casual player, is really impressive. And he has a chance to really shine right here in this 1v2. So long as he can get this last kill, it wraps up the game. Full pressure is on. Carter needs this kill to go into quadruple OT. Sitting pit, playing very safe. Sitting headshot. Goose going to be wrapping around here.
I think it's a good play by Goose if he does that.
Huge play by Goose if he does that. Apps will allow him to clear a lot of angles without exposing himself a little too much, at least until he pushes out on balcony. Carter, completely unaware. If you're sitting big pit, this would be a better situation for Carter. However, he is not. Carter could get the kill if he drops. However, it looks like Goose, so long as he clears it thoroughly here and checks the corner, he will find the kill, wrapping up this game. 25 seconds left on the clock. Pressure is setting in. Carter sitting patiently. He's got plenty of time. Bomb goes down. Pre-fire goes out. Carter finding the kill. Quadruple overtime.
I need to take a piss.
Timeout coming out from the terrorist.
Oh, they called a
Let's go
timeout?
Let's go ahead and go and see how the terrorists are feeling in this situation. Let's pop over and see how they're feeling. No, the timeout's done. If they call another one, then we can go and get a little bit of an interview in the meantime. However, it looks like the round is going to go ahead and start going into quadruple overtime here. The fatigue is definitely setting in for these players. Smoke's going out short. Carter sitting in arch side. I am losing my voice slowly. I can feel it. Marlboro Red, Goose, holding angles on the cross, waiting for a peek that is not going to come. Carter sitting patiently. And that's all he needs to do is just sit patiently. The playing time, excellent. Smoking the left side on Arch, looking for a short push here. Match grade, sitting pit, is going to have to go for a challenge here. Match grade, going for a long angle. Molly's coming out, forcing him to go small pit. Carter rotating over, throwing a nade, not going to find any damage. Planting default, match grade finds the kill. Goose looking for a trade here. Damage coming out to Goose due to the Molly. Nade coming out, 60 HP. Goose is not in a good position to win this round right now. Carter flashing. Carter holding sight. They got that crossfire going, which is really hard for Goose to take. Trying to find some damage, trying to find a kill, trying to find anything. 22 seconds. They're running down the clock. This isn't the worst situation if Goose runs out of time and saves. But it's not ideal. Goose looking for that kill on match grade. The CTs are realizing what is happening. Wait, they're playing time, trying to have them not get paid for any money at all. But they saw the kill on Goose and they capitalized. Not the worst situation, not ideal for the CTs. However, nonetheless, it was a round win. Crossroad Molly's coming out to stop the initial push. Goose going short. Trying to look for a kill possibly on Pit. We'll find it. Goose finds the kill on Pit.
Ooh!
Finds the kill on match grade. Hello, Goose.
2 bullets, 2 headshots for Goose.
We're seeing a really big comeback here. If you look at the scoreboard, almost identical stats coming out. Similar ADR, similar utility damage. However, Goose has like crazy utility damage. Effective flashes, match grade takes the win there. So we're seeing a lot of good utility from both sides of the wheelhouse. Carter finding kill Marlboro, making it a 1v2. Goose, a really big shooter here, will not find the kill on match grade. Wrapping up the half, giving match grade and Carter the lead that they might need. You know, we've seen this 3 times at this point.
We've seen the same song and dance.
Same song and dance. Let's see if match grade and Carter can pull through, get that last round win that they need, or if they will fall under pressure. Molotov's coming out, denying the initial push. Matchgrade finding the kill on the Opper on Marlboro. It's down to Goose. Goose holding Pit. This is a very safe spot for Goose to be sitting. However, Molotov's coming out. A little info is gained by Matchgrade. Carter goes for the spray. Not going to find it. Goose, plenty of HP. Matchgrade trying to push up, make a play. Plenty of HP from both sides for a gunfight. Matchgrade going for an off angle, and it will pay off. Matchgrade finding the kill
I think they're one away now.
on the Goose. Matchgrade Carter 1 win away from wrapping this game up.
So they're coming both arch side. Marlboro set up for it. Oh,
Carter
and
finding the first kill, 18 HP. Goose looking to close out the kill. Will find it with that nade. Matchgrade has the info on Goose. Sees Matchgrade out in the open. Takes a nade, wrapping up the game. Matchgrade, exactly who you want in situations like that. Matchgrade capitalizing on every situation, and Matchgrade just clutching up in the end. We've seen it time and time again, round after round. Matchgrade just showing out in those situations just like that. Really good play from both sides of the wheelhouse, but the fatigue set in. It was a war of attrition, and Matchgrade and Carter were there to put in the work.
That was the longest game of my life.
What the
Damn, that
fuck?
was a good game.
Holy overtime.
bro, that
GG's,
that no scope
GG's.